his eye. Nuts and bolts in the late night sky. Tinker's paradise built in the shed. Grease monkey keeps the gears in his head.
Hey guys, Grease Monkey 34 here, coming to another video. So today we're working on the 96 Ford F250, the 7.3 turbo diesel power stroke, and right now it is automatic. So we're going to be changing that today. So how we're going to be doing that is, I got one of these nice ZF5s, so we're going to be swapping out with that. I just spray can it, I pressure washed it. This is a nice good used one. It's a 5-speed with reverse. So yeah, and I got all the linkages and everything I need. Got the flex blade, got the nice clutch, got a lot of pad on it still. Got the hydraulic assist, or the ram, or whatever you call it. Some trucks are just like direct drive, but this is a hydraulic drive, I guess, for a clutch. And got the whole brake pedal and the clutch in one. You have to take apart the dash to replace it, so we'll be doing that. Got the boots. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and the shifter. This is the major shifter that goes on top. The duct tape is on there for now, just to keep it clean. Got the shift, got the clutch fork, and the bearing. The clutch bearing is still good, so we're gonna be reusing that as well. So yeah, so step one is to get the old one out. And it is, I did it already 3 times. I don't really like these automacs too much, because I'm having issues with them so bad. But yeah, this is the culprit. She slipping in 4th gear, and then she finally blew the other day. So it timed the place. So first we're gonna disconnect the front drive shaft. That goes up in here. And this is my axle hoop in case the drive shaft ever goes. We gotta take the skid plate off. And we're gonna disconnect the rear drive shaft, but we don't have to disconnect it over there because we're gonna be bolting it back up anyways. But we're gonna have to adjust these drive shafts because we'll see how much that spline can go in and out, but it might have to get a little bit longer by 1.5 inches. So if we might have to extend them, we might have to extend them. Because the manual manual transmission is a couple 1.5 inches shorter than the automatic. So we might have to adjust the drive shaft lengths. Just to be aware. So step one is to get rid, disconnect the rear drive shaft, front drive shaft. I like to disconnect the front drive shaft totally because it gives you more room to access like the bell housing and stuff. And get the skid plate out of the way, and then we can work on that. Okay guys, got a little bit carried away. I did remove the drive shafts. Front drive shaft, which I have right here, and the rear drive shaft that's set off to the side. It is disconnected, so yeah. And I did get the skid plate off. And one thing I didn't didn't show you guys is the transfer case is off as well. There's only 6 bolts. Only 6 bolts, but it's pretty a pain to get to, but it is off as well. You pulled the bolts, they are 1/2 inch bolts, and once you got them off, it just pulls out. And yeah, that's pretty simple to get that off. So now we got all this extra space. I'm gonna disconnect the shifter. Not gonna need that anymore. Same with the 4x4. I got the different setup I'm gonna be putting in. Disconnect the wiring. This bracket right here holding the shifter, and disconnect it too. And then we can disconnect the 3/4 inch bolts that holds into the block, the bell housing into the engine there. And we can disconnect these two and this cross member. This cross member is a 3/4 inch bolt as well with 18s. So yeah, time to take this off, and I gotta cut my ring. I just welded it on here, so gotta cut that off at the grinder so I can remove the cross member. So get to it. Okay guys, got the cross member unbolted with all these bolts. Cross member is unbolted, and the engine to transmission is unbolted. I was mostly holding it there, and I got this strap underneath holding it on. It's pretty tight. The shifter linkages are unbolted. I undid the shifter off that bracket. And on the other side, I just have to undo the transmission cooler lines. Got those two lines right there. And I got the starter torque converter to the flywheel disconnected right now. So yeah, the torque converter to the flywheel is only 1/2 inch bolts. There's 6 of them. The cross member, the 3 on each side, plus the 2 holding the lower mount. So not too difficult. I am going to be swapping to a manual, so I did put the truck in park or neutral, whatever switch, and disconnect. Let me see. Disconnect this piece while it's in park or neutral. Then this little rotator piece here will be in the correct location, and we're going to keep this with the truck tied up somewhere, like zip tie it. And yeah, but that thing going to ride down with the transmission right now, because we're going to yank this transmission out of here. They're going to pull it back hard, and then they're going to fall onto a tire I'm going to have under here to catch the fall. So yeah, that if you don't have a transmission jack, that's what you do. Okay guys, I took a ratchet strap, hooked it up here. We're gonna pull it back this way, and it should fall right out mostly. And then I'll let go of that ratchet strap in a bit. Pan. So, and it got the hole in the center for the shifter. So, I'm gonna pull this thing out of the way and then work on that. And we gotta remove that flywheel, or the starter wheel, whatever you call it. Undo those bolts, give it a tap with the hammer, it'll pop right off. And we put the other wheel back, put the other wheel on with the what I call it, the flex plate for the clutch to ride on. Okay guys, I got the transmission flywheel off, so got her all cleaned up, and I got the I don't know if you can see, but there used to be transmission lines, the transmission coolant lines running through here. so I took those out as well. Okay, I'm not going to need them. And I took the transmission cooler, like the little small radiator thing, unhooked all that and took that out, so I'm not going to be using that anymore. So now it's time to get the flywheel and put that in. But before I do that, I want to get some more light up in here. So I'm taking this, I'm going to cut the carpet up there and unbolt this transmission pan. I don't know what it's called. So we're going to unbolt this so the more light to see to bolt that up. Okay guys, day 2. So what I did is got a vice grip on the flywheel. I didn't torque these down last night. So what I did, I took them out, each one out. I put a little bit of red thread locker on. Just a little, like 1 drop, because that would say on the book. And then we torque these down to about 86 foot-pounds. So yeah. So we gotta do that each one, and then we go like crisscross to tighten them all. So got that done. I like putting I'm gonna put a little bit of grease on this inner roller bearing. I want to say like a roller bearing, but yeah, it's just for the like the centering shaft, everything. And now we can put the clutch pack on. It's all in one piece right now, and that's the way I'm gonna keep it. And these friction pads are still in good shape. So I'm gonna slap that up there, install with the 8 bolts, and it'll be fine. Oh yeah? You dig up the ground a little bit? Yeah? You got fun? You putting some dirt over here? Okay guys, got the clutch pack in. I torqued the bolts down to about 40 foot-pounds. There's 8 of them. I did put a half a drop of Loctite on them. I don't want them coming out. Just the blue Loctite, not the red. So you can break it still with a tool. Yeah, so I got that on. The clutch pack, make sure when you put it installed the right way. Some of them have they'll tell you what side it engine side and what side is it not. But the more bulge out side that actually like it comes out more is the right way to face this way. To face the pack. But yeah, got that in, and make sure you try to line it the best you possible. Right now I got it pretty in line, and you can see that there. They make a tool to fit in here, and it holds it in, so when you tighten it down, it's perfect in line. But I can deal without it right now. It'll give you a hassle when you put the transmission in sometimes. But I think I got it good enough to do that. Take the vice grips off, and we're gonna drag that transmission over here and hoist it up here and try to fit it in. Okay guys, I got the ratchet straps up on the frame right now, and I'm just hoisting the transmission up slowly. This one is way lighter. Like 2 people could have raised it up, but I don't have no one right now, so I'm doing it this way. And I do have the cup in it, the shifter fork, or the clutch fork I mean. So make sure you have that in it before you install it to the truck. Well guys, got the transmission bolted in. Still gotta put the cross member, but as you can see, it was spinning the shaft back here because it's in gear. But yeah, it's all bolted up nice and tight, everything working good. So now I gotta put that cross member in right across here, over here. The original cross members went over here, so we gotta move it over here there's already a couple holes here for it, so yeah. Now they get to doing that, because getting it like in that position without a transmission jack, it's pretty difficult with ratchet straps and a single what it called. So guys, here is the cross member, I guess, to hold the back of the transmission. So this is the original one. It's straight across, and this is the one I got for the manual. It got this big divot to make it go this way, and these slots are way more like longer, so the more adjustment. Okay guys, got the transmission support in, going across. That side I did have to drill 3 new holes to move it over about 3 inches up. On this side didn't need to, there was already a hole here, so that was lucky. And yeah, but I am going to have to and it all the way up, so that's a good thing. I checked where the low range shifter goes, that's good, and that where the main shifter goes, that in a good location there too. So now come the struggle part. I gotta get the transfer case to go over here, put it on that jack somehow with ratchet straps, and ratchet strap it up there and try to line it up. Okay guys, got the transfer case bolted up. Got some orange silicone. I don't know if you can see. Come on. Focus. There we go. Got her bolted up. I torqued it down. So yeah, I got it up there with the 2 ratchet straps and a third one to pull it forward into place. And the jack is just there for more support mostly. But yeah, pretty easy. Wasn't too difficult. I'm going to have to unbolt the transmission right here and slide it that way a little bit, but that's not too difficult because it's just a little bit too close over here. I don't like it that close. But yeah, she's in there. Time to yeah, figure out some other things to do. Okay guys, working inside a little bit. You got the linkage hooked up from the 4x4 shifter down to the transfer case. That doesn't take much. I bent that a little bit more because my truck has had some extra things like the brake controller and everything. And I'm working on the shifter. I got the shifter put on the top, so we got the full range of motion in all 5 gears and the reverse. Now I'm just working on I guess it's like the transmission top. So I cleaned it up a little bit, and gonna put some nice heavy duty like all-weather silicone or something on it. Nice thick bead, and then slap that back on top and put the screws in. Okay guys, got the rubber boots in, and then I got the plastic piece, most of it in. Still need to put the screws in, but that's in. And the shifter with the 5-speed, it's just loosely on there. You can see I got another boot underneath, it's screwed. Yeah, the carpet back in, I got stitches back together just with some carpet stitching. Yeah, but yeah, she's coming along. I gotta get a 5-speed shifter knob because my friend didn't have one, so that knob will do for now. Okay guys, got the dash tore apart. You have to take out not take it right out, but pull the steering column up and out so you can get the pedal out. So I did get the pedal out. There's only 6 bolts right here. You get 4 on the back and 2 up on the up in the dash area. It goes up at the original brake, and this is the assembly we're going to replace it with. A little bit wider. It got the extra pedal for the clutch, and it runs over, and it got a link right here, and that hooks to the clutch hydraulic cylinder. Okay guys, now for the steering column, I took it apart a little bit more. I took out the shifter, the automatic shifter. They're going to have 6-7 bolts of, let me see, this type. Come on. So after you get that out, I think it's a T30. There's a little pin in here. I don't know if you see it right there. It's the locking pin. So I already pulled the little pin out. This little tiny pin, it goes up inside here to hold it. So all you had to pull it out, and then you can take out this pin. And with this pin out, then you can mostly put the steering column back together. And yeah, there will be a hole in your cover, but we can just patch that with some black plastic. But yeah, so now it's time to go back in and install everything. I hate the wiring. One more thing I want to take off to make it look a little pretty. On taking this little piece, it was on this side down here. This is the little when you move your shifter up and down, it moves the letters. So what letter you're in, as you can see if I pull on this, I'm gonna quickly take this out and take that little bit out, just so it'll make it blank. Okay guys, I took the cover off, and I just put a black marker, and then I put a piece of tape over top of it, some electrical tape. So now it blacked out, so now we're gonna put this back in. Okay guys, back under the truck again. We could do, you do the drive shaft before you do the steering, but I decided to take a break underneath the truck. But so this is what we're fighting with right now. There's like a 6-inch gap between the output and the drive shaft. So I'm gonna be cutting the drive shaft like somewhere right in the middle, and we're gonna be adding a piece in and putting some shims to make everything perfectly straight again. But yeah, that's what we're fighting with right now, and we're just gonna line it up and cut it mostly. So the back one got to go 6 inches longer because the manual transmission is shorter than an automatic transmission by about 6 inches. So yeah, we got that, and then on the front side we gotta shorten this drive shaft, which is actually easy because I repaired this one in the winter, this last winter. So all I have to really do is cut the main weld here, and a couple what they call plug welds. Just have to drill those out, and then this comes apart, or it can slide in another 6 inches, and I'll just weld it solid again. So the front is a pretty easy job. The back is a little more difficult with have to make it longer by 6 inches. So yeah, this is what we're working with. Okay guys, got the drive shaft reinstalled. I didn't touch on nothing down there, but right up here on this piece here, as you can see, I did cut it and extended it a couple inches. So yeah, nice and strong. I drilled some holes and then I plug welded them as well. So that piece of pipe runs about like up to here, a good 24 inches long is in there, and it plug welded many locations, so it should be pretty strong. And it's a little bit heavier, thicker wall too. It's 3/16 instead of 1/8. So yeah. And I got the front drive shaft done too. At the same time I got the rear one done. This one here I just had to drill out those the plug welds, and I just cut around there to free it up, and then I just slid it in a couple inches to get the measurement I need now. And then I just welded it back up, and then now it's ready to be installed again. Okay guys, tightened all the bolts, got the front drive shaft in, as you can see. Oh, I got my little hoop welded back on. So that just depends when the drive shaft, if the U-joint ever blow, it will bang around in here. It'll catch it. So yeah, because I had it blow once and it like punctured a hole up in my cab. So yeah, that wasn't a good time. So yeah, now it's all ready to start it up and take it on a first test drive. Well, so far it's running good. I'm gonna go on the highway and go take it for a test ride. Yeah, definitely goes slow in low range. Just keep on chugging. Well guys, I think I took it for a ride and it seemed to be good right now. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy the video and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.